Good morning. Welcome to a morning outlook. This is Kim speaking on Tuesday, the 17th of April. Not a lot going on in the euro here. It looks much better than it really is. The ranges of these bars is very tight. I mean, we had a 40 pip or 39 pip or whatever it was on Friday. We've had a bit more than that yesterday, pushing up at the moment. It was a bit of a solid bar. Looks great. It's about 17, 18 pips, this 4-hourly bar. It's pretty tight. Although that said, it's happening before 8 o'clock. Is a 10 pip hourly bar. It's still pushing up though. Maybe going to be making 15 pips in a minute. Or 20. It has, beg your pardon, maybe even more than that now. It didn't look very much earlier on, 87, 97. It's pushing through though. Anyway, pushing up there, looking like at the moment, heading for the R1. There does appear a bit of dollar weakness here, and we're seeing the reaction of that at the moment. Trading it is another matter. These ranges are pretty tight. May be able to get into alongside. We've now broken the yesterday's highs there. Maybe it's got some more upside to happen. I mean, we could be pushing back for the 4-hourly back into those prior highs there, which would tie up with the monthly R1, which would be a reasonable target to the upside if it's going to be pushing there in a more sustained method. So looking at those prior highs and the daily monthly R1 up there as a potential now. If it doesn't happen today, it may struggle or may just do it tomorrow and then pop back again, because it seems to be in this tight range at the moment. Cable, well, cable's broken through yesterday, held up, and broke through its prior highs there. Now it's year highs. If we come back to the weeklies, it's almost into its monthly 50 there. So it'd be interesting to see if we get any reaction to that. It's already broken its weekly 200 now. So looking at this as a target previously, it's done and dusted last week. Pushing up maybe now towards that weekly 500 if we can get through that monthly 50, just to see how the reaction is to that. But if it starts pushing through, well, continuation. Bear in mind that this week that some informal Brexit talks will be occurring, so we may at times get speakers, and it may not always want to be what people want to hear, or there again it may be, and we could see a continuation of this move. But for the moment, it's solid, moving ever away from the weekly pivot, which I was looking for an early touchdown of yesterday, but it seems that it's in this solid upward trend at the moment. Things to watch out for, of course, as with the euro at this time in the morning, when you see these moves, yes, they may run into a bit of resistance, and thereafter they may tip over. I never trust the runs out of the Asian session that much, but we'll see. Maybe give us an opportunity to reassess and look to see if they're going to get a retracement for further movement or a complete reversal. Both have pivots below, daily pivots below, which may act as a target. Dollar yen. Dollar yen's been a frustrating trade in terms of its it's locked in by option trades a lot of days of late, and we've seen this very tight range in the dailies. It seems to be breaking down a little bit now. As I said, the cotton analysis I did on the weekly outlook, it would appear that maybe it has a potential to roll a little bit more. It's broken the trend line that I had across there now, so erring on the bearish side, which would tie in with the more bullish pound and euro. So it's just tying its correlated across these markets, and as I say, breaking down. So maybe looking for opportunities in terms of retracements to sell into. Now again, bear in mind that this is happening at the 7 o'clock bar, not the 8 or 9 o'clock bar in the morning. Just be wary that, I mean, again, if we get a complete reversal, we could have the targets of trading back towards that daily pivot. But at the moment, it does look like there's dollar weakness across the board. Aussie dollar. Okay, Aussie dollar, well, again, pushing up there, never quite got back to its monthly pivot so far, but pushing up, very small movements again of late. It's looking like it's got got further potential, finding a bit of support off its 4-hourly 34 there. Again, as I say, hasn't yet even called the weekly pivot, but it's, well, ugly range on this 60-minute, which pretty sums it up pretty much. Any rollover? Well, we're looking for a retest back down to the daily S1, maybe more, and heading south. But the range per day is tight. The average true range is pretty tight on that, so maybe a big ask. But with the other markets running up against the US dollar, there's no reason the Aussie might not follow suit. Oops, and finally, the Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar selling off as would be expected, correlated with the other markets at the moment, starting to sell off on the dailies. Not very much at the moment. Um, this was pretty much a gain from the analysis. It ties in with what's happening there. Movement maybe back down towards its daily S1 possible, but yet again, it's early in the morning. It has come back to all these prior lows here. Now, every time it's got down to this area, it's of late, the last week or so, it's pulled away. So it'll be interesting to see if it can actually push down now. It looks like it's having more of a go at it, but it has had these previous spikes lower. So just looking, and I'd say the daily S1 could be a target there at some point if it sets. So that's pretty much it. Little news for most countries today, although we have got some UK news there. Average earnings coming out at 9:30, which is the employment report. But really, the average earnings is the most important figure there. Looking to see if it's maintaining inflationary increases. It's expected to come out around about 3%. Thereafter, not a lot of anything exciting. So that pretty much sums it up. Building permits in the US is I don't know why they highlight it in red. It is as useful as a chocolate teapot in terms of volatility. So there we go. Have a great day. Bye for now. Oh, I should say there are a few speakers there. There's a few FMC speakers this afternoon, 2:15 onwards. I just need to check. Monetary policy at global symptoms. Okay, so there might be a bit of volatility come 2:15 onwards as those speakers 2:15, 3 o'clock. Source release testimony 19 hours earlier, so that's already out. So it's not going to cause any volatility at 3 o'clock. Then the speaker from there, and finally to discuss economic outlook at 10:40 p.m. We won't be awake then. Right, have a great day. Bye for now.